Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, it is me, Jobless Youth, yet again, and welcome back to my vlog. We've had some developments in the past week. We are now up to 165 jobs applied for. I haven't got a total of how many interviews I've had back, but it's still around the quarter mark. And still we've had none that are successful so far. One major thing that came to development this week, I have lost one of my forms of transport, which is an annoyance. I hit a pothole not last Thursday but the Thursday before, and I thought it knocked my rear wheel out of alignment on my bicycle. It turns out that it knocked both wheels out of alignment and ripped the hub apart on one of the wheels and dented the rim on the other wheel, so I currently do not have a functioning bike. However, I always have a spare, so I'm currently going around on a piece of crap that doesn't work properly, but there we go, it gets me around, it'll do. That is the main thing. I would just fix it, but for the wheel set that I have, we're talking 150 quid a wheel. Because of the gearing that I use, it is insanely expensive, so to be honest I'm just not going to bother. I'm going to eBay it, which actually means a bit of money, which I'll get onto in a minute. I have had one job offer back in the past week or so. I got a job offer as a valet. I applied for a hotel in York and they said as a receptionist, and they said no, you can't have receptionist position because no experienced enough. Fair enough, they got back to me. They said but I'd be suitable as a valet as long as I met a few criteria, two of which were I must have a full UK valid driving licence, and for insurance purposes I must be 25 or over. Now clearly they never read my CV because I do not have a valid driving licence. I've got a provisional, which means that I can't drive other people's cars obviously, and I am 21, not 25, so obviously I'm not particularly happy about that, but at least they had the courtesy to actually reply to me, unlike the other 3/4 of the jobs I've applied for. I've got 2 interviews coming up, in particular one tomorrow at a petrol station as a night cashier. Obviously I work better at night. I'm recording this at 22 minutes past 3 in the morning, so yeah, definitely something I'll look forward to being interviewed for, especially since it's midday in 8 hours. And I've got another interview as an administrator at a building site. It should be fun, especially seeing as it's on the A19, which is about 5 miles away from where I live. How I'm going to get there, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have to look up bus links or something. But yes, at least that's something to look forward to. Speaking of something to look forward to, I have been treating myself recently. I've sort of sussed out a system where I can treat myself if I've sent out so many job applications a week. At the moment it's 7. So I'm going to a shop in town that sells American sweets, and I'm buying myself a treat this week because it was the 100th anniversary of the Oreo. I have had an Oreo milkshake, which was very nice, but it wanted to be for £2.60. Yeah, so you can see why I have one treat for the week. Another thing I am looking forward to is I've got a sort of semi-holiday kind of ish planned. It's more a networking meet with famous YouTubers, and yeah, simple as that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going at the end of April, so hopefully I'll have a job by then. If I don't have a job by then fair enough. At least, like I said, it's something to look forward to. It's keeping us going. And I've got a funny story to tell you actually. Nothing relating to the treats. But I went for an interview last Wednesday at a famous high street clothes retailer as a sales assistant. Now, there were actually 3 positions going as part-time sales assistant. There were 4 people that applied, and guess who wasn't successful? Anyway, I'm not bitter because it was for a ladies' wear thing, which they never said in the advert. I'm quite happy selling ladies' wear. A job's a job, but I'm sure it's more appropriate to have 3 lasses working in ladies' wear than it is for me. Anyway, conclusions that I've got from the past week or so. People don't always read the CVs. If you want someone to read your CV, it's going to have to stand out. That's why I've spent last week or so redesigning mine. If enough people ask for it, I'll put a template up of what mine looks like. But as I've currently only got 2 subscribers, I don't think it's going to take off too well. But there you go. Can't be helped. One thing I will want to suggest to my viewers is try and have something to look forward to, and try and have targets, even if you're jobless and you just really can't be arsed, which is how I've been feeling recently. In honesty, it's mainly because I'm ill, but if you have something to look forward to, it helps massively. It's some sort of motivation, even if it's only little. So have yourself a treat for the week. Be that going and getting an Oreo milkshake, or going to Millie's Cookies and getting some little cookies, whatever. Just have something to reward yourself if you've applied for a decent amount of jobs. Another thing is have something big to look forward to, like a holiday planned, even if it's just with your family, a couple of days away, or even a day out at the coast. You know, most people have access to a coast nearby. Maybe not people that live in Central America or in the Midlands, but you know, you can always save up, have a day out, treat yourself if it helps. I mean, dole money's there for our welfare, as the Americans call it, is there to help you look for a job, to get to interviews. But if you're turning up to interviews and you're looking like I am at the moment, you're not very well shaven, you've got bags under your eyes and you're not feeling very well, and you're just general on a downer, there's no point going to the interview, because that employer is going to think, no, I'm not going to have him for the pure and simple reason he looks like crap. Give yourself a break, have a couple of days away somewhere. No one's going to tell you off for it. It helps. Oh, I'm hoping it'll help anyway. Anyway, that's it for this week. I've been Jobless Youth, and happy hunting.